to a huge development in a death investigation we've been covering for nearly 9 years.
Well, on the eve of the anniversary of Vinny Ferraiolo's death, we have now learned that the case, once ruled a suicide, is now being investigated as a homicide following a meeting with the Reopen the Case Foundation.
Crime Insider Jon Burkett sat down with investigators to talk about this case and the rumors surrounding it in this Reopen the Case update.
This is, I don't know what's happening in this picture, but that's my dad. That's silly, goofy Vinny, the goofiest guy you'd probably ever meet. That stance says it all. You know, life of the party always. Made everything a game. Everywhere we went, everything was fun. There wasn't a time when we went out with Dad, like you had a good time. He's the reason I do things that scare me. I was painfully shy growing up. He always wanted me to do things like, you know, step out of my comfort zone. And I was really lucky to have 11 years with him.
Vinny Ferraiolo, January 3rd, 2014, was found hanging inside his exotic pet shop in Chester. I want to say it's probably around noon, maybe 11:30 in the morning. And by 1 o'clock, I start my shift at 2:30. By 1 o'clock, I was already in. Vinny Ferraiolo was a science teacher at Thomas Dale. He's well known in the area. He's always known as the reptile guy.
Say hello to my little friend.
Vinny had swagger within the community. I mean, the kids loved him at Thomas Dale. Kids that came into his store loved him because he was very active with the snakes, would let them pet the snakes, and just a really fun, kind-spirited guy to be around.
I was 11 years old. My mom came home and like soon followed everybody else in my family, and they brought us all into the living room. And we just knew like right away something was really off. And my mom grabbed my hands and knelt down in front of me, and all she said was, "Daddy died." I just kind of like froze, and I didn't even know how to react. Actually, I just kind of went upstairs and cried in my room, and I didn't really want anyone to follow me, but I just needed to be alone because I didn't know what to do with myself.
It was big news in this town. Hearing later, a couple days later, that suicide could possibly be it, kids would gather and say, "There ain't no way. You know, this guy would never do that to his family."
Well, I knew he was a family man. He talked about his kids and being a teacher. I just couldn't see him committing suicide. It just did not sound right.
I didn't know for like 2 years after we found out that he died what happened. I Googled it, actually. And that's how I found out. I just saw everything that had been on like websites about it and everything.
Faith first reached out to me. She was 16 years old, and she reached out to me via Facebook Messenger. And I said, "Faith, I'd love to help you, but you need to be an adult. You need to get your mom's blessing." And when she turned 20, she hit me up again. She says, "Mr. Burkett, what can we do to reopen my dad's case?" And that's kind of how the balls got rolling on this. It's hard to forget Bill and Stephanie, the scene that played out here about 6 months ago in this parking lot. This place was packed. We have also obtained a copy of Vinny Ferraiolo's death certificate. The medical examiner confirms his manner of death was homicide.
I was shocked, you know, to see that in writing, you know, but I'm kind of upset that this wasn't noticed before. You know, it takes 6 months to finally, for this stuff to come out. There's blood on the sink, the microwave, the back room, you know, in all different places, the ground, the floor, the countertop, everywhere there was blood. So
the only thing I know about where he was is he was in the back, the front doors taped off, but he was in a back room, almost like there's like an office space in the back, and that's where he was, right there at that doorway.
Like, it was just such an abnormal thing for him to do, park out front of the store, because he never did that. Everyone that, you know, worked with him, knew him, like, he always parked in the back of the store.
Well, there's several theories floating out there. It's just a matter of which one is the right one. You know, I've heard a theory of organized crime. The devil is in the details. We don't know yet. Can you walk us through what they found the day of and kind of where the investigation went?
Yes, so to back up to the day of January 3rd, 2014, some citizens had come by to go into the store to look at pets, and they noticed Mr. Ferraiolo from the outside window. About that same time, some employees from another store had noticed Mr. Ferraiolo's car was parked outside. I know there was some confusion whether he actually would park his car out front or not. Based on the investigation that we've done up to this point, it was common for him to park his car, but because it had been there for an extended period of time, it drew some concern. He would load his pets when he was doing shows and things of that nature, and he would do that out front.
We were told that there was a barricade across the front door with the aquariums that Vinny had inside the pet shop, but that wasn't the case. He showed us pictures from inside, and that area was clear. Police also told us that the rumor of snakes being let loose from those tanks was simply not true. Police say they did collect blood evidence from the scene, and it was sent away for testing.
We have built, I think, a good relationship with the medical examiner's office. We've worked closely with them with other cases. So I think meeting with the medical examiner's office will be instrumental for us to really learn what they believed happened and why they drew the conclusion that they did. And I know they're of the same mindset of they'll listen to the evidence that we have at this time and then hopefully be able to draw some sort of conclusion of what really happened.
You know, sitting down with the cold case detective working Vinny Ferraiolo's case, you get a sense that he genuinely cares about providing answers to Faith, Vinny's daughter, who wants answers about her dad's death. And that's a huge step forward, because for years we have all been told that this is a suicide, and then the medical examiner disagreed and said it's a homicide. So it's a good thing to learn that the detectives are actually meeting up with the medical examiners, comparing notes, going over things, and trying to make sure they get this investigation on the right track.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry, are you at work?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I want to tell you real quick, okay?
Okay.
We sat down with detectives, and I want to tell you that they are officially reopening your dad's case.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
And they are treating it as a homicide until they can prove otherwise.
That's huge. Oh my God. That's amazing. I can't wait to tell my family.
You cool with that?
I'm so happy.
Okay. If anything comes up, I'll let you know.
Thank you so much.
All right, Faith. Sorry to bother you at work. Okay.
He would still be here if it wasn't for whoever or whatever happened to him, whoever took him from us and uprooted our lives, and that he would still be my best friend. And I just miss my dad. Walking down the aisle is a big one, because it's like, he would want to do that. I was his only daughter, his little girl, called me Bunny. And the fact that he's not going to be able to walk me down the aisle, or if I have kids, and is that he's just not here, and he didn't get to be here because someone didn't give him the chance. And he loved us more than anything in the entire world. I just know more than anything he would want to be here for all this, for me, my family, my brothers, my mom. This is probably one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life, but I'm doing it for my dad.